Clouds are going to hang around tonight, and we do have some light snow showers in western South Dakota. Those will make their way east, getting to Sioux Falls tonight while you sleep, but they're not going to be very much, just light stuff. Our low 20 Sioux Falls, Aberdeen fog or flurries cooling down to 8. Pierre flurries at 19. Rapid City could get a little bit heavier snow, 22 degrees there for an overnight low. Then tomorrow, the snow showers will end in the morning. The clouds will break up during the afternoon. 34 with some sunshine in Sioux Falls tomorrow afternoon. 22 Aberdeen and Pierre, 40 degrees. Rapid City, some lingering flurries and 44 degrees. Much warmer on Friday. Details on that and the weekend coming up. KELOLAND News starts now.
Live from KELOLAND Media Group, KELOLAND News first at 4.
We take a look at the first cases heard before the South Dakota Supreme Court, including one involving Hollywood actor Kevin Costner.
Plus, Governor Kristi Noem talks about why she thinks her latest bill signing against evil foreign governments is important to your safety.
And later, Shields needs your help to fill up dozens of Easter baskets for children in need. Good afternoon, and thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Don Jorgensen.
And I'm Kelly Volk. The South Dakota Supreme Court today heard a case involving a big-name actor with strong ties to the state. The case concerns a dispute between Kevin Costner and Peggy Detmers, whom Costner commissioned to make sculptures that would go at a resort Costner wanted to build.
But that resort was never built, and the sculptures are involved in a legal dispute. KELOLAND's Dan Santella is taking a closer look at the case, and he will have his report coming up tonight at 5. Well, it was a terrifying morning for several students in Dual County when their school bus rolled onto its side. The sheriff's office says that the crash happened about 8 o'clock this morning along Highway 212. Authorities say that the bus went to the right side of the gravel road as another vehicle was coming through. And when the bus tried to get back in the middle of the road, it spun on the ice and rolled into the ditch. The kids on the bus were taken to a farmer's heated shop while they waited to be picked up. 3 students were taken to Sanford Clear Lake for their injuries, while the rest were taken to school.
The Brookings School Board will decide whether to approve the superintendent's resignation. According to the board's agenda for tonight's special meeting, there will be an executive session about Clint Willert's resignation. The board will also decide if it will appoint a firm to find a new superintendent.
All right, a little bit of sunshine out there for some people today, so hopefully that's a sign of good things to come.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Megan?
Well, we do have some snow showers in western South Dakota, but there will be some more sun by tomorrow afternoon. Right now, we are much below normal for this time of year, 31 in Sioux Falls. Those north winds at 15 right now, and you can see a little bit of sun trying to peek through. Aberdeen is a little bit colder due to that fresh snow on the ground, 27. North winds right now at 10. That's going to be the case for a majority of the area. 30 right now in Pierre, and we can kind of see some of those snow showers on the horizon trying to work their way to the east. And in Rapid City, 33 this afternoon. Those snow showers are done for now, but they will continue later through the afternoon and evening. Like I said, we are nearly 20 degrees below normal in Sioux Falls for this time of year, with the 20s and 30s this afternoon. And there are those snow showers across Black Hills trying to make their way into central South Dakota, and those will move to the east through tonight. For tonight, we do have a winter weather advisory for the Black Hills, including Rapid City. Rapid City could see around 2 inches of snow, the higher elevations a little bit more. For tonight, like I said, those snow showers moving west to east. We could hit Sioux Falls in the southeast corner, 20 in Sioux Falls, 8 in Aberdeen, where we could see fog or flurries, 19 in Pierre, and 22 in Rapid City. Then tomorrow, once those snow showers break apart, we'll have sunshine in the afternoon, 34 Sioux Falls, 22 in Aberdeen, 40 in Pierre, and 44 for Rapid City. Friday and Saturday look to be a lot warmer. We'll have your full weekend forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Megan. Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds and the Department of Public Safety spoke about several false reports of school shootings across the state. Authorities say that at least 30 locations were impacted by these fake 911 calls. This hoax is designed to create some confusion and chaos and then draw a large police presence to a school, even though there is no active threat.
So at this point in time, we don't believe there are any active threats to any schools in Iowa. This appears to be an orchestrated swatting incident that is making its way across the state.
If you recall, back in October, several school districts in South Dakota also received swatting calls, including Sioux Falls, Brookings, Rapid City, Belle Fourche, and Mitchell.
People continue to voice their concerns over proposed CO2 pipelines that will be built across several states, including South Dakota. The Woodbury County, Iowa Board of Supervisors heard from people who don't want the pipelines and don't want eminent domain to be used.
There are lots of reasons people are fighting the pipelines. Should we be listening to everyday Iowans or pipeline profiteers? The CO2 pipeline cartel is an affront to democracy that is aiming to harass landowners into compliance for massive financial gain.
The chair of the Board of Supervisors, Matthew Ung, talked about how other counties in the state are dealing with this situation.
I think there is a united front. Every time I go to a statewide supervisor meeting or I talk to other supervisors, certainly the ones bordering us, there's a common concern. And so we just really want to communicate to the state legislators that it's really all of our mutual constituents that have concerns about the hazardous pipelines being hazardous, number one, and number two, the use of eminent domain and impacting future development along the route.
The Summit Carbon Pipeline would be 2,000 miles long, stopping off at ethanol plants, capturing their CO2 from their distilling process. So far, it has reached easement agreements across more than 60% of the route. Now, the proposed Navigator CO2 pipeline is 1,300 miles long. Navigator signed a letter of intent to provide carbon capture, utilization, and storage services to POET, which is based in Sioux Falls. The company says these pipelines optimize carbon usage and minimize emissions.
Well, parents and advocates in North Dakota are asking state lawmakers to back a bill to make it easier for foster parents to adopt. The bill would remove a second home study, which is required when foster parents apply to adopt. Foster parents argue that they're already subject to a lengthy background check and paperwork when applying for a license to care for a child. The bill would also give consideration to foster families to be approved as adoptive homes. Currently, there are around 1,100 kids living in foster homes in North Dakota.